So none of it makes sense, perhaps because they're not invested with, big pharma's mRNA technology that they want inside of everything, and they're focused more on natural immunity, a way to use that to fight these viruses. The state, at least,
Canada is pretty much just along with the US, like the most disgusting country that ever existed in the history of this planet. Like, this is even now, 2025, after everything came out about it, and they're still going on. I was at Shoppers and they're playing commercials to get your safe and effective you know what still, even after all this came out about it. They still have plans to build the factories. And just let me rewind this for a second.
and just show you how they're doing. It's just so
Uh-huh.
sad. Um, the Canadian Food Inspection says that they are going to continue with the culling of these 400 ostriches behind me. There's some of them right there. They're looking at the RCMP like, what
He's
are you
doing
guys
the
doing here?
dance.
What's going on? And the claim is that these ostriches are a risk to the
They're
public due to
sick.
the avian flu.
These people are
A
sick.
virus went through this flock
They're sick. They're
last
so
year. It
disturbed.
is May. It's
Listen,
almost summer.
listen to this.
And some of the younger flock died, I believe 69 of them. But the older ones, ostriches can live till around 75 years. The older ones stood strong. Almost all were asymptomatic. And look, he's following. It's so cute. And it's just so sad. Some of them have numbers on them, some of them don't. But the point is, they're healthy and they're not even for human consumption. I've said this a million
This is
times,
how
but
sick they
this
are in
is the
Canada.
Canadian Food
They're
Inspection
sick.
Agency.
They're
These
sick.
are not food,
This
these
is what
are
happens.
research birds. And to heighten the hypocrisy more, their research is the process of extracting antibodies from their
Unbelievable.
prehistoric eggs so that those antibodies, which are very robust, can be
See?
used to defend
See?
off of things like COVID-19
See?
and the avian flu.
See?
Okay, so
You see?
none of it makes sense, perhaps because
Oh,
they're
none of
not
it makes
invested
sense.
with, big pharma's mRNA technology.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. This is what happens when you have a whole country, a whole world of complete and total psychopaths. Psychopaths in charge of everything, and then there are little puppet politicians that go along with their psychopathy. Just like in Sopranos, alexithymia. They gotta keep going and going and going so they don't think about the sick things that they do. What a sick society, truly.